Okay, so we've all played around with chatbots, right? But what if I told you that AI is taking this massive leap, way beyond just answering our questions? Well, it's happening as we speak, so let's dive into what's coming next.
I mean, you know ChatGPT. We all do. But have you really stopped to think about what the next step is? Like, what happens when AI stops just answering your questions and starts completing your entire project for you?
All right, so before we jump into the future, let's set the stage. We got to quickly look back at the chatbot model we all know so well.
The easiest way to think about a traditional chatbot is like a calculator, but for words. You punch in a problem, it spits out an answer. It's an incredibly powerful tool for sure, but here's the key thing. It's totally reactive. It just sits there, waiting for you to tell it what to do next.
And this is exactly why they blew up. They're amazing general-purpose assistants. I mean, they can whip up an email, write a poem, break down a super complex topic, and it all sounds incredibly human. That accessibility, that ease of use, it was a total game changer for literally everyone.
Okay, but now is where things get really interesting. We are moving way beyond just a conversational partner. We're talking about something way more powerful, the AI agent.
So, what's the big deal? Here's the core difference. An AI agent doesn't just respond to you. It actively pursues a goal. It can actually make a plan, use tools, think a web browser, a code interpreter, you name it, and then work through all the steps completely on its own, autonomously.
So let's go back to our analogy. If a chatbot is that calculator, an AI agent is more like a full-blown research assistant, right? You don't tell your assistant every single tiny step they need to take. You just give them the high-level goal, and they figure out how to get it done. That's the monumental shift we're seeing, from needing constant back and forth to true hands-off autonomy.
So how does this thing actually think? Well, it all starts with what's called an orchestrator. That's the brain of the whole operation. It takes your goal and immediately breaks it down into a multi-step plan. Then it taps into its toolkit, web search, APIs, whatever it needs to start taking action. And here's the really clever part. After each step, it observes the results and thinks, okay, did that work? Do I need to adjust my plan? Just like a person would.
Let's make this real. Say you ask an agent about the US labor market. You can almost see its internal monologue, right? It starts by thinking, what's the best tool for this? I need a specific data series code. Then it acts. Okay, fetching that data from the API. It observes the result. Got it. The latest number is 4.1%. And only then does it respond with a fully synthesized answer. The amazing thing is, it figured that entire chain of events out by itself.
Okay, so we've established that agents are the new big thing. But what's powering them under the hood? Well, the language models themselves are evolving just as fast, and it's creating this really cool dynamic, kind of a specialist versus generalist showdown. Let's do a quick head-to-head. In one corner, you've got something like DeepSeek. It's open source and uses this really clever mixture of experts' design. Just imagine having a team of specialists, a math whiz, a coding guru, a data analyst, all on standby. The model is smart enough to route your question to the perfect expert for that specific job. That makes it super efficient and awesome for technical stuff. Then in the other corner, you have GPT, the jack of all trades. It's the versatile, do-anything generalist that's perfect for creative writing and handling all sorts of media, from text to images to audio. Now, this different design philosophy leads to a huge difference in cost. In the AI world, everything is measured in tokens. They're basically pieces of words. And just look at these numbers. DeepSeek is dramatically cheaper to run. And why does that matter? Well, that's a really big deal. It completely lowers the barrier to entry. It means more developers, more startups, more people can build really powerful AI tools without needing a massive budget. And don't think for a second that cheaper means worse. Not at all. In fact, check this out. This is a screenshot from Chatbot Arena, which is basically a blind taste test for AI models, totally independent. And look who's right there at the top, tied for the #1 spot, DeepSeek, right alongside the big guns from OpenAI and Google. It's definitive proof that these efficient, open-source models can absolutely hang with the best of them. So, let's put the pieces together. We've got this new, powerful agent architecture. We've got these amazing specialist and generalist models. What do you get when you combine all of that into one easy-to-use package? You get the autonomous worker. This quote just nails the concept. Listen to this. The idea is that you could ask an AI to compile data from a bunch of websites, close your laptop, and just come back later to find a finished spreadsheet. Think about that. This isn't about watching the AI do its thing in real time. It's about delegating, walking away, and trusting the job will get done. It's asynchronous work, but for an AI. And this is where a tool like Manus AI comes into the picture. It's being positioned as the first real general AI agent. It's built from the ground up with one goal in mind, to be that autonomous worker we were just talking about. It smartly combines different AI models behind the scenes to get your complex projects done.
So what can an autonomous agent actually do for you? I mean, we're talking about real-world stuff here. It could go find a list of potential B2B customers for you. Or maybe you wanted to analyze a long podcast and pull out the best highlights. It could plan your entire vacation itinerary, monitor your marketing campaigns, or even build a basic website from scratch. The point is, these aren't simple one-off questions. These are full-blown projects that an agent can manage from A to Z.
Now, I know it might sound like we're talking about all these separate things. You've got your chatbots over here, your agents over there, your different models somewhere else. But the truth is, the future is already happening, and all these lines are starting to get really, really blurry.
I mean, look at the big players. They're not just sitting back. Take ChatGPT. It's already adding features that are way more agent-like. You've probably heard of things like operator mode or deep research. These are features that let it browse the web, run code, and do some pretty complex analysis. It's pushing what we thought of as a simple chatbot squarely into agent territory.
And really, that's the big takeaway from all of this. The entire way we think about interacting with AI is shifting under our feet. We're moving away from just talking to our AI, and we're moving towards working with it. It's becoming less of a tool and more of a collaborator, an active partner in our work.
So that leaves us with a pretty profound question to chew on, right? If your AI can now be your intern, your researcher, and your strategist, what's left for us? What does our role become in this new partnership? I'd love to hear what you think about that.